Welcome to the Hunter Report. I am here with Carmen Naidu.
Hi!
That's how I say your name?
No, you would say Naidu, but it's a good attempt.
Naidu.
Naidu?
Naidu.
Yeah, it's a good attempt.
We're here in New York City.
Yes! Can you hear it?
Today, we shot a small sketch right here on the Sony RX10 Mark III. I just want to give my honest opinion about this. I'm not getting paid by Sony. I have a Sony a7S II, but this is a 1-inch sensor, and the interesting thing is that you get so much zoom. You get 600 millimeters of zoom on this bad boy right here. It's a Carl Zeiss lens. It's $1,500. The only thing, it's a 1-inch sensor, so it's not super great for low light, but there's some incredible technology in here. There's like 960 frames per second slow-mo.
That was very cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even do that on, I have a much more expensive camera. I have a camera that retails for $3,000, a Sony a7S II, and it doesn't have that slow-mo.
Wow, that slow-mo looked amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could use that for belly dancing. I would love to see some belly dancing. You could use it for hockey, for sports.
I think like great action shots.
Action shots, kung fu shots.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really good for that. But why I like this, maybe it's a little expensive at $1,500. I think eventually it will come down. You can get the Mark II for a much lower price. It's the Mark II of this, and it's basically the same. I mean, the Mark II came out only a year before. I just like that you can get 600 millimeters of zoom on this bad boy. I was shooting a comedy show, and a guy had this.
Oh, wow.
You know, and I was the official photographer of the show, and I have a sort of reputation in New York City of being a comedy photographer. I do many other things. I do music videos too, and then there was this guy here with this, and I was sort of jealous because he was all the way at 600, and in order for me to have 600 with my big camera, I would need a lens like this big.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, because this camera lets you zoom, like you get more zoom for the weight. Zoom per pound. Have you ever heard that expression, pound for pound?
Yeah.
He's like pound for pound, the best comedian or the best chef or whatever.
Wow.
He's pound for, so like pound
and your camera is more expensive than
yes.
this?
No,
Wow.
it is my camera is a full frame sensor, the Sony a7S II.
Okay.
So for nighttime, there's no question. Nighttime, it destroys this.
Yeah.
There's no question. So this bad boy right here has S-Log 2. I see it on the menu right here. That's pretty cool that you can get logs in a camera, at this price point, $1,500, with a Zeiss lens. It's an f2.4. It doesn't say f2.4 all the way out. I think somewhere around 80 or 90 millimeters, you lose that f2.4. And when you're out at 150, it's like an f3.5. Classic zoom lens scenario. If I had a spare $1,500 lying around, I would totally pick this up. Just because I like the zoom. I like the zoom capability of this.
Do you think it's good value for money?
As I said, I think it's a little expensive at $1,500.
Yeah.
I think, but you get the Mark II, and the Mark II, I think it's just cheaper. So I would say get the Mark II, and if you have, Saudi Arabia oil money, or, if you've got some cash, definitely pick up the Mark III here. I'm proud of the sketch that we shot.
Yeah, it was fun shooting it with you.
Oh my God, thank you. Can I shoot a cinema level movie with an iPhone?
Yeah.
And actually a film of about 3 years ago won the Sundance Film Festival.
Yes, yes.
That was shot on an iPhone.
Yes, I remember that movie.
And it was about a transvestite on Hollywood Boulevard.
What was it called again?
I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
So you could shoot a movie with an iPhone that wins Sundance. You could do that with an iPhone, then you can definitely do that with a 1-inch sensor right here with a beautiful lens. I mean, the biggest limitation to me of the iPhone is that you don't really get zoom, whereas here you can, like, let me show you the zoom. Here we go. I mean, look at this. This is 600. Look at those people, and then look at this.
It's so clear as well.
Yeah, it's just like absurd. I mean, we're totally spying on people that
This is like a paparazzi camera.
I like this camera. And look at this. It has a microphone, so you can put some external microphones on.
That's nice.
It has HDMI out, so you can put that onto
bigger screen.
You can get an external monitor if you want to be a fancy director.
Yeah.
And 4K, some custom buttons, got a microphone, and I just think it's a great package. Here's the sketch that we just shot right here on the RX100 Mark III. I'm pretty proud of it. Let's go take a look. In New York City, people bump into each other all the time. Shoulders are sore and egos are bruised, and one side is often more at fault. This is Carmen. She just finished a 9-hour shift with a bunch of male bosses who take credit for most of her work. She wants nothing more than a pedicure and a glass of rosé and to be left alone right now. Hunter is just starting his workday as a jazz photographer and he's late. And so we arrive at our first scenario, the double fault bump. Here she is walking and texting, and here he is wanting her to see him. Is she at fault for not being aware? Maybe, maybe. A kind of body language has developed walking in New York. There are unspoken rules, but when these break down, we have the face-off. Alas, we are all human, and here's something I call street rage.
Watch
where you
what's
going?
Your problem?
You.
No, man. Like, you need to watch where you're going.
All right, guys, so you saw what we can do with an RX100 Mark III. And it really doesn't matter what you shoot it with. It sort of matters what you shoot it with, but the most important thing is that it's well written and well edited. You know, as I said, if I had an extra $1,500, I would definitely pick this up. And that's truth. Thank you so much. Check the description below if you want to pick up this bad boy. Check out Carmen. We're gonna link her up. Please subscribe. Please give me thumbs up. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah.